You know, when the Finnish explosion started in the NHL in the late 70s, early 80s, we knew a lot of Premier League players and junior Premier League players from the Finnish associations would find their way eventually to North America. Now, this guy unfortunately passed away in Helsinki April 5th, 2017 from the terrible disease of prostate cancer. Well, when Ilkka Sinisalo finally arrived in North America, boys, he was a sensation. He played 11 years in the NHL for the Flyers, Minnesota, and LA. He later was a scout for the Flyers and helped rebuild the team over the last couple of decades. Now, born Ilkka Antero Juuso Sinisalo in Valkeakoski, Finland. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. He was originally a junior product of HIFK. He eventually became undrafted. But the Flyers signed him. Played in the NHL from 81 to 92 with 204 goals and 426 points, mostly with the Flyers. He's ranked as the all-time leading goal scorer among European Flyers. Now at 6 feet 180, very smooth skater, kind of a larger version of Mats Naslund. And what was impressive about him, he could play the power play, he could play defense, he could play 5-on-4, do anything, and a very intelligent player. You look at the top players in Finland from the 80s, the early 90s, including Solani and a few others. They kind of mimic that cerebral style. Now, he's the fourth highest Finnish goal scorer in NHL history and was honored by induction to the Finnish Hockey Hall of Fame in 1997. Now, when Sinisalo started his ice hockey career in the 1970s, NHL teams were not scouting extensively in Finland. Now, the first Finnish ice hockey player in the NHL was the great Matti Hagman for the 77 Bruins. However, NHL scouts were so impressed by Sinisalo's talents that he made an exception by signing him as a free agent after his 81 season with HIFK, where he scored 27 goals in 36 games. He signed his first NHL contract on February 17, 81. He started his first season with the Flyers with his first NHL goal against the Penguins. Now, Sinisalo also became the first Flyer to score his first NHL goal on a penalty shot, and that was highlighted around the world, ladies and gentlemen. If you can find it on YouTube, check it out. And it was the third NHL player at that time to do that. Now, during the 85 season, he scored 73 points in 70 games with a great plus 32 rating. Now, the 90 season was Sinisalo's last with the Flyers, after which he played one season for the Stars and two for the Kings. Now, Sinisalo retired from hockey in 96, last playing for Keiko Ispu in the SM Liga. Now, when he played his last season of pro ice hockey for Keiko Espoo in 96 in Finland, he took a job as the team's GM. He served there until 1999. He was then hired by San Jose Sharks GM Dean Lombardi on September 12, 1998 as a European-based scout for the Sharks. In July 2004, he was back in the Flyers organization as their European scout. Now, Sinisalo's son Thomas also played pro hockey, primarily in Finland, having attended the Flyers training camp in 2009. Now, in early 2007, we were hearing rumors that he was quite sick, and bad news crossed the doorstep in early April of 2017 that he passed away as a result of prostate cancer. Quite a shock, because we thought that obviously at the World Championships and different international events, he would show up as a coach or assistant coach, and he was, a tremendous cerebral guy. Now, HIFK's best season was that 27 goals in 81, but also with the Flyers, he scored between 82 and 88, 15, 21, 29, 36, 39, 10, 25, and injured in 89 and 23 goals. And again, the two Stanley Cup appearances in 85 and 87. Now, in a combined 37 games in the playoffs, he had 11 goals and 13 points. Now, for some reason, in the postseason, he was finishing out plays Murray was setting up. So his power play numbers and his 4-on-4 and 5-on-5 numbers were quite strong. Now, what was interesting about his career, ladies and gentlemen, he also played in what they call the third incarnation of the Phoenix Roadrunners with 40 points in 42 games in 92. And went back again to Finland. Best season was 94 with Karpat of the secondary league with 27 goals. Now, on the international level, he's played at the World Juniors, the World Championships, and the Canada Cup. Now, World Juniors in 78, 8 points in 6 games. 81, he played the World Championships and Canada Cup with 2 points in 10 combined games. 82 at the Worlds, 2 points in 5 games. And 83 at the Worlds, 2 points in 8 games. Anyway, one of the best undrafted players to ever come from Finland and from Europe. Again, no Matty Hagman, but when he first arrived, ladies and gentlemen, I saw him play a few games against the Montreal Canadiens. Now, Flyers fans know this. Flyers always played very well at the Forum because of comparable ice service to the Spectrum. That season he scored 39 goals, ladies and gentlemen. That 86 season where Montreal won the Cup. Some people were scared that if Montreal was going to play the Flyers in the playoffs, it was going to be rough on Montreal. Thank God we didn't have to play Sinisalo and the Flyers that year. We had our own problems with, obviously, Hartford and the Rangers and later the Flames, because it was all teams that mimicked Montreal style. But I think if the Flyers would have had a better season in '86, who knows what have happened? Because between '85 and '87, again, wasn't a dynasty, but 2 Stanley Cup appearances, and Edmonton Oilers stopped the Eastern Conference teams in five cups, including 1990, where the Bruins had a good team as well. So it was like the American League not winning the All-Star game. They had our number. The Western Conference teams outscored us. We could out-defense them, but not getting home ice advantage, that didn't help the Flyers in the playoffs. That was their big bugaboo. So this is the story, again, of one of the best Finnish players of all time, deserving Hall of Famer, Ilkka Sinisalo. If you like what we're doing here, again, there's another request from our good friend Bo Sheaves. And Bo is the type of person, he doesn't give me requests for a few weeks and he gives me 6 or 7, because he's like me. He goes through my list and said, well, what does Jeffrey haven't done yet? That's probably what he did this time. So Bo, thanks very much. Bo's the type of guy, if you know people from, like us, from the Heartland, what do you call it, the Heartland alumni, Bathurst alumni, we're always supporting hometown heroes. And Sinisalo was playing for Philadelphia, but I know a lot of young kids looked up to him because the expats from Finland, Sweden, Norway took great pride in him, and he was never a dirty player. I'll give you an example. I don't think he had one season more than 30 minutes in penalties, and I don't think he ever fought. There's a few majors, but if you can show me a tape where Sinisalo fought, I'll give you $1 million, because I don't see it if he did. Thanks for listening. Bye.